patient-centered care being our primary goal. We will maintain autonomy and confidentiality between our patients, ourselves, and our professional colleagues through discretion in verbal and nonverbal communication, including restrained use of social media. We, the dental hygiene class of 2022, will honor and abide this code of ethics through the rest of our education and the progression of our careers as dental hygiene professionals.
Thank you. Students may be seated. At this time, we will call each dental hygiene class member forward to receive, to first sign the code of ethics actually, and then come and receive the set of scrubs. The scrubs are provided by UMKC Dental Hygiene Alumni Association. Scrubs will be presented by their program director, Professor Tanya Mitchell, and faculty advisor, Professor Christina Baker is not here, so it's Ashley. All right, I know. That was a quick turnaround. All right. Madison Arnes. Madison Brewers. Madeline Brusick. Alex Marie Davis. Nell Finley. Shannon Finneran. Ryan Flax. Yurili Galindo. Bea Gordillo. Hannah Higgins. Nur Shahada Haq. Marissa Kramer. Rihanna Lazaro. Cynthia Martinez. Taylor McQueen. Maddie Mitchell. Nina Morgan. Samantha Murray. Faiza Prami. Emily Ramsey. Shelby Sellers. Crystal Silvestre Castilla. Brandy Simonson. Alyssa Sumter. Bailey Tom. Alex Tucker. Tyler Wells. Grace Williams. Logan Wilson. Last but not least, Haley Wasman. Thank you both. Now, we would like to recognize the dental DDS class of 2021. As we continue to do that, we have a line of students that will be walking back from pictures, so we will continue to move forward as that process continues. So if you see people moving around, that's what's happening. Takes time to get the perfect shot. So the dental class selected Dr. Lance Godley as their keynote speaker. I have the pleasure of introducing him now. Dr. Lance Godley is an associate clinical professor in the Restorative Clinical Sciences Department. He currently serves as the vice chair of the Restorative Clinical Sciences and also as the interim director of clinic operations. He was recently named to serve as interim associate dean of clinic programs beginning September 1, 2021. He completed his bachelor's degree in biological sciences from Florida State University and his doctorate in dental medicine from the University of Florida. He also has a Master of Education degree from the American College of Education and is currently enrolled in an MBA program. Further, he is a fellow of the International College of Dentists and the American College of Dentists and has completed academic leadership programs through ADIA as well as the Academy of Advancing Leadership. Dr. Godley practiced in Naples, Florida in general dentistry for over 18 years prior to joining UMKC in 2015 and beginning his full-time academic career. He is married to Candace for 26 years, who is a senior credit analyst and vice president at Academy Bank in Kansas City. They have one daughter, Emily, who is attending Purdue University majoring in computer engineering. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Godley.
Thank you, Dr. Satish. First, it was a tremendous honor to be selected as one of the speakers today. And I want to try to impart what this white coat ceremony truly means for you today. But first, before I address the students, I'd like to talk to the parents and the loved ones that are here today or watching on the live stream. I know how incredibly proud you are of your dental or dental hygiene student, and you should be very proud. And as a father, I know the long hours and possibly the sleepless nights that you have put in supporting your student. But I want to personally thank you. I get the pleasure of working with them every day, and I get to look forward to coming to work because of them. Now, I want you to know there's still plenty of challenges ahead of them, and probably a lot of frustrations, and possibly a few tears before we gather next time at their graduation. But you have my promise that our faculty and staff are here to help them achieve their goals. So if they ever start to feel overwhelmed, I hope that they will either seek me out or somebody at the school to help them get through. My door is always open to them. And thank you for trusting us, educating your student. So students, wow. What an incredible 18 months we have just been through and continue to live through. I can remember the moment in March 2020 when we decided to close the school. I think even the most pessimistic person probably thought we'd be gone for a month and possibly back to normal operations within 6. Boy, were we wrong. And as hard as the last 18 months have been, there have been some great things to come out that I have learned from this pandemic, and I want to share a few of them with you. First lesson, this is pretty obvious. I think family and friends matter more to us than we realized. Not that you didn't already know this, but images of older relatives in nursing homes looking through windows, not being able to hug or touch their children or grandchildren, will be impressed upon my soul for the rest of our lives. The tragedy of tragic stories of loved ones dying from COVID that all of us have either personally lived through or know someone who has changed how we look at our own families and friends. But these tragedies have brought into sharp focus how important memories, such as the one we're creating here today, are to us. Being unable to share life's precious moments have impressed upon us how important they are. I'll admit, before the pandemic, I would sometimes be irritated with an invitation on a weekend. After not being able to attend anything for over a year, I'm looking forward to all those invitations again. That brings me to my next lesson. People are more resilient than I ever thought. Even though we may have been separated from our loved ones, we found ways to express our love for family and friends. We've learned how to work and learn from home. And some of us even figured out how to have happy hours all on Zoom. Before last year, I'd never really used Zoom, but in the past 18 months, I've become pretty much a Zoom expert. I wish to share just a quick example of some resiliency. My daughter graduated from high school last year. And before the pandemic started, we were going to have this huge celebration with people flying in from all over the United States. Of course, COVID canceled all of those plans, but it did not stop our celebration, it just changed it. Instead, we held a surprise Zoom call where everyone participated. And although we could not be together, we still connected through technology. And although it wasn't as great as seeing everyone in person, the moment in celebration were not lost. We were lucky to have the technology available to make this Zoom call happen. Which brings me to my next lesson. Privilege is invisible to those who have it. I know there's been a lot of discussion about privilege over the last 18 months, and I know this is a touchy subject, but as healthcare providers, it's something we need to be aware of. Having financial security, the ability to drive, access to a vehicle, good health, and even a reliable internet connection to have a surprise Zoom graduation party are all privileges that many of us take for granted. And I think we can all agree that certain underrepresented communities have less of these privileges than others. That's not to say that people with the privilege should lose their privilege, but they should be aware of it, and they should be aware how others simply have not been afforded the same opportunities and help lift them up. Life is not a zero-sum game. It's not, if I help you gain something, I will lose something. So how do we correct this? First, it's through awareness, and second, it's through action. Recognizing our own privilege is one thing, but it's what you choose to do with it that really matters. If you had the resources to stockpile food during the pandemic, donating to a local food bank is an action you could take to help lift someone else up. Or if you're healthy enough to shop for groceries, Offering to shop for neighbors who need to self-isolate would be another proactive way to use your privilege. When you are a dentist or a dental hygienist, being aware that not all of your patients have the resources or education to keep themselves healthy, and then using that knowledge and resources to help your patients achieve good healthcare results would be putting your privilege into action. But don't stop there. Think about how you can continue to leverage your privilege to support, amplify, and elevate those who often go unheard in our communities. If you can, offer your knowledge to charities who are pushing for positive social change, or immerse yourself in experiences different from your own to listen, learn, and understand how to be an active ally. Which leads me to my next lesson. We must commit to challenging biases in ourselves and others. Biases exist in relation to perceived age, religion, sexual orientation, gender, upbringing, seniority, ethnicity, education, marital status, physical ability, and a combination of any and all of these at once. The key thing to remember about bias, as I read in a blog from Amy Lynch, you're not responsible for your first thought, you're responsible for your second thought and your first action. I love that. You're not responsible for your first thought, but for your second thought and your first action. So before you allow yourself to walk by someone who's homeless and assume they're responsible for their homelessness, or eye someone from a different race with suspicion, reject someone of a different faith because of their beliefs, bring your unconscious thoughts to your consciousness, challenge them, and ask yourself whether your thinking is based on factual information. We all need and deserve to be seen, heard, and valued. True diversity and inclusion begin with listening and bearing witness to another's experience. When we're open to learning, we can do better, and our biases are challenged. Which brings me to my last lesson. A positive perspective is powerful. The harsh reality is that life will throw curveballs at us when we least expect them. This pandemic being one of them. People were faced with the fears of this virus. But instead of walling into negatives, a positive perspective has taught me something about myself. Rather than focusing on my inability to do things, I took the opportunity to spend extra time with my family, try cooking in the kitchen with new recipes, and to read. It's easy to complain about what you don't have. The challenge is appreciating and working with the new and unique opportunities that are given to you. I hope all of you have learned to look at the glasses half full instead of half empty. As Helen Keller said, optimism is the faith that leads to achievement. Nothing can be done without hope. Your positive attitude through your years of schooling has brought you to this moment today. When others gave up because it was too hard, you persevered, and that brings us to the ceremony that we've gathered here today to witness. In a few moments, the dental students will don their white coats for the first time. It's a simple act, but it represents one of the most important moments in their professional career. The simple act of putting on a white coat comes with great responsibilities and sacrifices. But everyone in this room knows about great responsibilities and sacrifices. It's truly inspiring for me to see you here as a group, knowing that you've been surrounded by loved ones that have helped make this moment possible. All of the students gathered here today have sacrificed and worked hard to get to this point, but so has your family and friends. Your family and friends have sacrificed and will continue to sacrifice for you and your chosen profession. Just as you will serve as a source of strength to your patients, the people in your lives that have sacrificed for you will serve as a source of strength and comfort throughout your career. Please remember and honor their sacrifices that people have made to get you to this point in your career. It helps keep one appreciative and humble. But even though many people have helped you get to this point, only a fellow dentist or dental hygienist will truly understand what this ceremony means. Today, I want to impart upon you a sense of sacredness of our position as a dental professional. Patients seek us out in a vulnerable state and look to us to help them solve a problem. Dental students may remember I would say to them, in operative lab. Today it's plastic teeth, but soon it will be real patients with real problems that look to you as the expert. Well, that day has come. The healthcare provider-patient relationship is naturally asymmetrical, with the balance of power greatly skewed towards you, the provider, with your expert knowledge, skill, and experience and status. The patient, on the other hand, is often in the role of a distressed supplicant who seeks relief, if not a cure. This sacred trust must never be violated. So the defining characteristic of this relationship is its fiduciary nature. This essentially means that you, as the provider, are entrusted by your patient to act in good faith, to behave professionally, and to put the interest of your patient first. Sometimes this means sacrificing our business or personal lives to help our patient. Remember this in your race to graduate. You will be tempted to think of your patients as a graduation requirement. Please don't. Don't refer to them as my crown patient or my SRP patient. When talking to faculty and fellow students, honor them by using their name and describing the treatment you're going to do for the patient. Instead of saying, my crown patient, say, Mrs. Smith, who I'm preparing a crown on number 10. Do not reduce your patients to procedures, but honor them for trusting you with their care. For if we violate our patient's trust, our patient will rightly feel a sense of betrayal and loss of faith in you. But by extension, they'll also feel betrayed by the dental professional. I want you to understand that our ethics and personal sacrifices are what sustains our profession. It's what allows us our autonomy to practice and gives us the trust of the public to treat them. Without that trust, our profession is no more. So today you put on a white coat that's relatively light in weight, but heavy in responsibility. And I know I've gone on, so this is my last piece of advice I want to give you. Is that your patient's well-being depends upon your well-being. Take care of yourselves physically, mentally, and emotionally, and recognize that it's your responsibility to care for each other and for the profession of dentistry. In our white coats, we represent each other. Treat your white coat as a cloak of compassion, of professionalism, of truthfulness and honesty, both with your patients and yourself. And when you fall short, as we all do, forgive yourself and vow to do better. One of my favorite sayings is, remember what you do does not define who you are. Always remember who you are, and when you fall short of your expectations, allow yourself some grace and do better next time, for that's all we can ask of ourselves. So as you don this white coat for the first time today and begin your path as dentists and dental hygienists, please remember it never truly comes off again. You are always representing yourself as a dental professional, in public and in private, as a trusted member of this profession. If you do something to violate the public trust, you will not be identified as John Smith, but as Dr. John Smith, a dentist from somewhere. I don't know if you remember the dentist that killed the beloved lion Cecil, but I do. If you don't, Google dentist that killed lion. It had nothing to do with his profession as a dentist, but he was identified as a dentist, and that's what the public recalls. A dentist killed a beloved lion. Please remember this important lesson. Once you put on the white coat, you will never truly take it off again. I know that you are up to the task. I have faith in you. Please have faith in yourselves. Welcome to the dental profession. Your life will never be the same again. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Godley, for those valuable pearls of wisdom. I was actually taking notes in the back. In a similar manner as the dental hygiene class, just like the dental hygiene class, the members of the DDS class of 2023 have developed their own code of ethics and principles to abide by as they care and serve patients. Students, as you read this code today, I also ask you to reflect on not just the words, but more importantly, matching them with your daily actions. Will the following class representatives please come forward to lead your class in reading their code of ethics? Student doctors Ryan Burnett and student Dr. Brooklyn Woodworth. Class of 2023, please stand, and it's time to read the code of ethics. Thank you.
In recognition of our commitment to the profession of dentistry, we, the UMKC Doctor of Dental Surgery Class of 2023, commit to the following principles. Dedication to our patients. We as professionals are devoted to delivering our patients the highest standard of comprehensive care. We are committed to providing unbiased and individualized treatment with respect to patient autonomy. We will advocate for our patients' welfare and maintain a safe, judgment-free environment. We appreciate the patients' time and cooperation where they participate in our transition to becoming dental professionals. Dedication to our colleagues in the profession. We pledge to respect and enforce the ethical standards established by the American Dental Association in our everyday practice. As professionals, we will maintain a workplace environment that promotes well-mannered, multicultural, and collaborative relationships for all participants contributing to oral health care. We will use the cooperative assistance and accept advice from members of our interprofessional team to deliver exceptional services. Dedication to our community. We understand our obligation to offer our skills, experience, and wisdom to better improve the overall dental health of our community. We will act as servant leaders by promoting the preventative care and volunteering our services to those in need. We will emphasize the importance of dental health and its impact on an individual's overall health. Our professional demeanor will reflect our commitment to embracing diversity in all forms. Dedication to ourselves. We commit to remaining resilient in the event of adversity. We pledge to maintain our passion for our profession with appreciation for the privilege to improve the quality of life of our patients. We will value both our mental and physical health to provide optimal care. We must not become complacent, but instead strive daily to build on our skills and knowledge. Through recognition of our own mistakes, we will never be too proud to ask for help and will learn from those experiences. Above all else, we commit to lifelong learning and maintaining integrity in every situation. To fulfill these obligations, we will maintain the above values and be the foundation on which the integrity of the profession stands.
At this time, we will call each dental student forward to don their white coat provided by the Dental Alumni Association and the Missouri Dental Association. As the students are recognized, they will sign their class code of ethics. So they'll do things in reverse. They'll obtain their white coat, and then they'll come and sign their code of ethics. Team coordinators, Drs. Becky Smith and Drs. Eric Gottman, will be coating the students. The white coat represents your beginning attainment of the scientific knowledge and clinical skills for caring and serving patients in the clinic. It is the distinctive outfit of a professional who accepts the responsibilities and commitment to society, the profession, and our ethical principles. Allow your coat to be a reminder of your commitment to your patients, each other, and the profession as you strive to abide by the code you've committed to. The white coat distinguishes you as someone worthy to be trusted by those who you care for. You're encouraged to wear your coat as you greet your patients each day. Can't wear it to clinic. during seminars and when presenting your class to your classmates and colleagues. So as I call your name, please come forward. Casey Ashinger. Daniel Kennedy. Blake Clark. Christopher Conroy. Jenna Cryle. Natalie Denisi. Luke Erickson. Morgan Engelbrecht. Eden Fitzgibbons. Claudia Garcia Sanchez. Vladimir Grishin. Carly Hill. Katie J. Lee. Tiffany Jones. Elizabeth Cutina. Nicole Levittson. Taylor Lee. Locke McAllister. Heather Moore. Ben Morat. Afag Murazade. Harris Nawaz. Alexandra O'Malley. Kayla Pennington. Ryan Portner. Kenneth Rogers. Evan Rowland. Alex Seltenrich. Esther Stetson. Maddie Swift. Sarah Vanderwood. Parker Welch. Mackenzie Williams. Benjamin Zars. Perfect. Congrats. Ella Algermission. Looking good. Lane Anderson. Tanisha Arya. Shaylee Baker. Tori Bridwell. Sarah Carney. Mason Cup. Adam Dury. Good job. Blaine Downs. Ted Eswine. Happy birthday! Happy birthday! Nicole Flynn. Nathaniel Gamache.
Good job.
Thanks. Maggie Harold. Adam Howe. Zane Keller. Congrats. Jason Lau. Eddie Leva. Jackie Long. Alyssa Lee. Lena Misuzawa. Jeff Monroe. Christy Wynn. Tyler Okunami. Brandon Ortega. Alec Piwachek. Colin Robertson. Congrats. Nathan Romy. Anmol Sethi. Logan Smith. Sam Smith. Alexandria Thomas. Lucas Walker. Courtney Wilson. Brooklyn Woodworth. Marta Zakovich. Regan Aleo. Abdullah Akbar. Ahmed Amarillo. Toshani Arya. Joshua Augustine. Emily Bahadur Singh. Jason Baradad. Maria Bieber. David Brooks. Ryan Burnett. Bryce Childers. Gabriel Ciccarelli. Meredith Clark. Kosha Desai. James Dixon. Josie DuBois. Madison Etling. Jake Findley. Shelby Glenn. Just stick out in the back. Kylie Green. Nick Hall. Natalie Jackson. Chris Norman. Cameron Long. Good job. Hannah Maleki. Carolyn Mosier. Alan Muhammad. Naya Patel. Chris Pham. Tony Raper. Eliza Rosario. Leela Sebal. Claire Simon. Again, last but not least, Michelle Tran. Thank you, Drs. Gottman and Dr. Smith. We will wait a couple of minutes till everybody makes their way back. Last few people are getting their pictures taken, and apparently I spoke too fast in the beginning, typical. So slow down. So we are coming back on track. Just a couple of minutes. I could say jokes, but my kids warned me not to say any jokes, so I'm going to shut up. Class of 2023, please stand and be recognized for your accomplishment. Dental hygiene students, please come on stage after the ceremony to take your group pictures as well. You may be seated. Thank you. As we conclude this ceremony today, our hope is that you, our students of this great school, will reflect on your roles as you care for patients. Your experiences with patients will facilitate your growth as a dental hygiene or a dental professional. You all have chosen a profession where you have the privilege to advocate for others, put your compassion into action, and have the ability to make a difference. We have great faith in you to continue fulfilling the responsibilities and trust of this great profession. Congratulations on your achievement today. Thank you to friends and family for being here and supporting these students in their dental education and future careers. Thank you to our faculty that were able to make it as well. This concludes the ceremony this morning. Have a wonderful day.